Hi, Karen. How you doing? Can you hear me okay? Okay, it is 5:30. We are going to start. All right, good. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. My name is Colleen O'Connor, and I am a certified Yuen Method master practitioner. And today we are going to use the Yuen Method to improve your relationships. And this can be relationships with yourself, it could be relationships with family, professional, or I've had some requests, relationships with dentists, relationship with your body, etc. So really everything in our lives is a relationship. And we are going to look at that today. First, we're going to take a few moments and do a grounding centering meditation. Then I'm going to work on the group as a whole, and then I'm going to work on the individual requests. And we have a good amount of requests today, so I want to make sure we've got time for that. So, from wherever you are right now, take a few moments and be seated, or if you're laying down, that's fine too. Just make sure you're not driving while you're doing this. So, from your seat and in your chair or on the bed, feel yourself grounding into the earth and have all of yourself and all of your body, mind, spirit come into this time and space. Anything that you had to take care of or do just to get here and be here, letting all of that go. Taking a few deep breaths, exhaling and letting it go. And from this seated or lying down position, feel this supportive energy from the universe coming down from the heavens above, coming down towards you, and let it be whatever color resonates with you. So if that's a golden light, or if it's pink or purple, or maybe a white light, breathing into that, and feeling this energy, this ball of energy from the universe above moving down into your 8th chakra. Your 8th chakra is about 2 feet above your head, above your crown chakra. Feeling this energy from the universe connecting into your 8th chakra. Breathing into that. The 8th chakra is where we receive downloads and information and answers to questions or insights that we need to have. Feel this clear, because it can be open, removing any blocks, anything that's not you, not yours, that does not belong. Breathing, exhaling, letting it go. Feeling this energy now move from the 8th chakra down into the top of your head, into your 7th chakra. This is your crown chakra. Feeling this strongly supportive energy from the universe moving into your crown chakra. Activating the harmony that's available here in the 7th chakra. Feeling this connection from the heavens above. Removing any mental, any emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic energies, hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories, anything that's not you, not yours, that does not belong. Clearing, removing it out, sending it away. Removing any trauma, any illness, any limitations, any fears, any karmas, curses, spells, or miasms. Anything that does not serve. Deep breath at your own time, in your own pace, breathing as your body needs to. Just letting it move out. Feeling that strong connection from above. And from here, feel the energy of the universe now moving into your 3rd eye, into your 6th chakra. Cleansing, clearing, opening, removing anything that does not belong, that is not beneficial, does not serve. Removing it out. Clearing any mental, any emotional, any spiritual, any psychological, any psychic energies that may be impeding your insight, your knowing, and your intuition. Removing any hooks, any cords, any ties, any attachments, any sentiments, any stories, any energies that do not belong. Breathing and sending them out, opening up this sixth chakra, letting it cleanse, clear, and open, allowing your perfect insight and knowing. Now breathing this this energy from the universe, moving from the heavens further down from the third eye into your throat chakra. Deep breath into this throat chakra, opening up this communication center, cleansing, clearing, opening, removing anything that does not belong. Removing any mental, any emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic energies. Anything's not you, not yours, or does not serve. Let it be cleared now. Breathe and send it out. Cleansing, clearing, and opening. Removing any hooks, any cords, any ties, any attachments, any sentiments, any stories, any suppression, repression, any depression, and opening up to your perfect expression, your divine expression of your true self, your higher self, or your soul. Feeling this energy now move down into your heart chakra. Breathing into the heart chakra, feeling this energy from the universe moving into your heart, cleansing, clearing, opening, moving out anything that doesn't belong, any mental, any emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic energies, any trauma, any illness, any limitations, any fears, any karmas, any curses or spells, clearing that out of the heart totally, completely, absolutely. Opening up the heart to your true joy, ease, joy, and grace. That is your divine right. Breathing at your own pace. Clearing any trauma, any illness, any limitations. Anything that does not serve, does not belong. Out of the heart, let the heart open and be free and be clear. Feel this divine energy from the universe now move into your solar plexus, into your power center. Strengthening to cleanse, to clear, and to open the power center. Strengthening the power center. So you're stepping fully, completely, absolutely into your power with ease, with joy, and with grace. Clearing any mental, any emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic energies that do not belong, that may be impacting or impeding your power. Moving any trauma, any illness, any limitations, any fears, any karmas, curses, or spells. Anything that's not you, not yours, that does not belong. Any hooks, any cords, any ties, any attachments, sentiments, or stories. Sending those energies out. Strongly clearing and opening. Making the decision, the choice, and taking the action to be fully in your power, your true power, your divine power that benefits yourself and others on the highest level. Feel this energy now move into your second chakra, from the universe into your second chakra, into the pleasure center, the creative center, cleansing, clearing, opening, removing any mental, any emotional, any spiritual, any psychological, any psychic hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories, any memories, any imprints, any residuals, remnants, remains, any trauma, illness, limitations, fears, or karmas. Cleansing, clearing, and opening that. Connecting with the divine pleasure, creativity, and insights of the universe, to your reproductive power, your sexual power, your creative power. Connecting with that ecstasy of the universe. Feeling this energy for the universe now moving down into your root chakra, cleansing, clearing, and opening your root chakra. Deep breaths. Clearing any mental, any emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic energies, any hooks, any cords, any ties, any attachments, any sentiments, any stories that does not belong. clearing any trauma, illness, limitations, illnesses, anything that may be impeding your connection to all the other chakras or to rooting down into the planet and the earth below. From this open space here in your root chakra, feeling strong roots, connecting to them, feeling them, opening them, strengthening them, let them grow down. From the root chakra, from the tailbone, from the sacral plexus, the coccyx bone, down into the tops of your legs, roots growing into your knees, lower legs, feeling those roots growing strongly downward into your ankles, into your heels, the tops of your feet, your toes, into the bottoms of your feet and the toes, into the soles of the feet, and moving that down for the bottoms of your feet, strongly moving, penetrating into the earth, wrapping the roots all the way around the core of the earth, so you're strongly anchored and connected into the earth. And from here, once you feel that wrapping around the core of the earth, feeling that earth energy, that supportive, nurturing, cleansing energy, grounding energy, anchoring energy, moving upward, pressing gently but firmly into the bottoms of your feet, into the soles of your feet, into the ball of your feet, into the bottoms of your heels, pressing into your toes. And this energy now moves up into the tops of your feet, into the tops of your toes, tops of your feet, your ankles, the backs of your heels. Earth energy, grounding energy, moving into the lower legs, moving into the knees, moving into the upper legs, moving into the root chakra, cleansing, clearing even more, opening it up, feeling this earth energy moving now into the root chakra, opening that and cleansing even further, connecting it fully to the earth. Feeling this earth nurturing energy moving up into your solar plexus, into your power center, so your power center is grounded and connected and fully protected. Feeling this earth energy move now into your heart center. Grounding energy moving into the heart. Feeling this comfy, cozy, safe, secure energy moving into the heart, cleansing and clearing anything that does not belong. Feeling this energy now move up into your throat chakra. Cleansing, clearing, opening the throat. Earth energy, grounding your words, grounding your expression. Feel this energy from the earth move up into your third eye, into your sixth chakra. Cleansing, clearing, and opening, and grounding and rooting your insight, your feeling, your perception, your intuition, your knowing, your truth. Feeling this earth energy now moving up into your crown chakra, connecting it fully, the earth connecting fully with all aspects of this crown chakra, into the divine connection, into the harmony of the universe, of yourself. And feeling this energy now move up into your eighth chakra, connecting the earth into all the insights, the downloads, the information, the knowing that you need at any given time, space, and moment, that you know it now comes into you when you need it. Breathing into this eighth chakra and feeling that earth energy moving up into the heavens, connecting to the universe above, and feeling the energy from the universe above continue to flow downward so that you have the confluence. Energy moves from above into your body and down below, and from below up into your body, up into the heavens, back and forth in both directions. So you're fully connected to both the planet and into the universe and to your body and yourself and your highest good. And when you're ready, bringing yourself back fully into this time and space, into your body, and opening your eyes. Okay. Great. Thank you, everyone, for being here. In case there's new people just chiming in, again, my name is Colleen O'Connor, and I am a certified Yuen Method master practitioner. Today, we're going to work on the topic of improving your relationships. And I want to just give a little spiel again, in case you're not super familiar with the Yuen Method. The Yuen Method was created by Dr. Cam Yuen. He passed away almost 2 years ago. And he created the Yuen Method using his areas of major expertise, which were being a chiropractor. He was also an aerospace engineer, and he was a kung fu master. He was a 35th generation Shaolin kung fu master. When he was younger and he was in competitions or fighting, sparring, I guess is probably the better word, with kung fu, he could feel where his opponent's weaknesses were. And so because he could feel where those weaknesses were, he would attack those areas. And that is a really strong premise of Kung Fu, to remove your mind and get into a feeling state, just like animals in nature. And that is what he, became a master of course, because he was doing Kung Fu. Later, he became an aerospace engineer. He actually worked for Boeing. And so from the standpoint of being an engineer, he knew how to streamline things and make things get faster and faster and continually improve things so they would be operating with maximum efficiency. Then he became a chiropractor later on. And when he was a chiropractor, he could feel again where his patients' weaknesses were in their body. But he reversed things to benefit the patients, so that instead of attacking the areas, he figured out a way to strengthen those weaknesses energetically. So what he was doing was redirecting that person's energy so that it was putting itself back into order, because the nervous system is our computer. And with this computer, it is the most amazing computer. It's a biocomputer. And with this biocomputer, once it gets off balance or off kilter or things are weakening it, we want to find out what those weaknesses are, make yourself or whoever, if it's me working on a client, make that client strong to whatever that weakness was. Then we want to make them strong to delete it, and then strong to remove all the negative accumulated effects out of their body, their mind, and their spirit. And we do that bit by bit, one by one, so that their whole nervous system begins to readjust and turns things back on and puts things back in the proper sync and proper order, the natural divine order of the body. And so then that person begins to feel improvement. We don't call this healing in the Yuen Method. We call it improvement, because I am not a healer. I'm not downloading or transmitting energy to you. I'm simply connecting my biocomputer to your computer, and I'm redirecting your energy to put itself back in the order that it knows to put itself into. It knows the proper order. Your mind does not. So when we're working with this method, you are going to tell me what your issue is, but that's pretty much almost never going to be exactly what it really is. And you're going to see that as I begin to clear people's issues and work on the group. So again, thank you for being here. First thing I'm going to do before we get into individual requests is I want to make sure the group as a whole is nice and strong. So tuning into our group, we want to make sure we've got the Pentagon of Physical Intelligence going on here. So we need to strengthen the group's brains. There's 6 brains: cranial, spinal, tail, sacrum, coccyx, and reptilian brain. So all 6 brains need to be even and strength to 100% infinite potential. Strongly connecting, communicate, coordinating, synergizing, pitting in, working together. Okay, and there's some weakness to speed, too much slowness, deleting the slowness. Everyone to be positive, not positive, negative, not negative, neutral. So we don't want to be super positive. We don't want to be super negative. We all know pretty much why you don't want to be negative. But if you're super positive, you can attract the negative. But that's why you want to be neutral, because then there's no charge, right? From just pure physical standpoint, neutral means they're not charged to anything. And that's really the whole point of this method, is to not be bothered, not have a charge around the things that are in your life. so that you're just neutral and things don't affect you. Okay, so strengthen everybody's minds, the non-conscious, empty the mind, being empty, not empty, full, not full, quiet, not quiet, calm, not calm, your weakness to being stable, strengthen your mind, empty the mind, strengthen your spirit that goes weak, empty the spirit, mind out of your spirit, spirit out of your mind. So getting the spirit out of the mind. They should be two separate things. Mindless, spiritless, empty. Send them all the way to other dimensions, universes, existence, time, place, places unknown. Black hole, wormhole. Strong separate, strong together. So they're not strong to separating. Strengthen that. Okay, perception needs to be stronger. 100% and infinite potential. So what's impeding people's perception? The ancestors, your families, even co-workers, spouses, and descendants, some emotional, psychic. So it's clearing all that and more on your body, your spirit, your mind. Okay, body, mind, spirit, strong, separate. Okay, feeling. Okay, so perception's better. Now feeling goes weak. So feeling is not the same as emotions. Oh, I'm feeling stressed. No. You have an emotion of stress, a sensation of stress, but feeling is your ability to feel what's happening, what's strong or weak or what's going on. So for example, I always use the squirrel analogy. My regular listeners are probably like, okay, here we go with the squirrel thing again. But squirrels know where their acorns are or their nuts that they bury 9 months or 10 months, some crazy amount of time after, because they can feel. Or animals in general can feel when a predator or attacker is coming, and then they instantly respond. So that's the feeling we're looking for, not that I feel sad. I'm going to strengthen you all to get that. Some weakness there. Okay. Okay, and we're going to have you strong for feeling right, strong and wrong weak. So feeling the difference between strong and weak. Downloading that to everybody. And if you don't know what I mean on a conscious level, don't worry. It doesn't matter. Some part of you knows everything that we do with this Yuen method. It's in you. It's just a matter of activating it, which is what happens every single time the more you connect with this method, the stronger you get, the more you improve, and the more you get even what I'm talking about. So don't worry. All you got to do is feel. Okay, and then there's a weakness to getting results. So manifestations. So where's that coming from? It's non-physical, a lot of emotional. So delete the emotions that are plugging up the feeling in the mind, the subconscious, non-conscious, from the past, the lifetimes, the fears, the miasms. Okay. And strengthen you all to really feel this on your midline. Your midline to tense the midline, untense it with no effort. Tensing, untensing, make it even. You're strong. Strength, endurance, more flexibility to the midline. Coordination of the midline, speeding up that midline. You to connect with the midline connect with you. Your nervous system to midline to nervous system. Body to midline to body. Too much slowness. We don't want to numb out. So lying, denying, some numbing and suppressing. Those are false tools, deleting those. Sending the mind out of the body. Okay. That feels better to get results. You to the results, results to you, you to the strengthening, strengthening to you. Good. Okay. All right. Okay, receptivity goes weak. You want to be strong for giving and receiving, receiving and giving. And strong to connecting to yourself, to the planet, to the universe. Even though we just did that universe, there's still a little weakness for some of you. Just tense your brain receiver. So activating the brain receiver, which means you're tensing and untensing your brain with no effort. Tensing it, untensing it, no effort. Just a quick little easy movement, not heavy. And brain receiver to the universe to the brain receiver. So we have to have our brain turned on, our physical intelligence turned on in order to receive the support, the insights of the universe. Okay, that feels better. Strengthen for your body, mind, spirit, soul, higher source, higher self, all to be evenly strong. Some weakness. All to be strongly connecting, communicate, coordinating, synergizing, fitting in, working together. So the weakness of them fitting in with strength and with flexibility, agility, and speed. So we have to speed everybody up in your structure, system, organs are weak. Organs, the cells, quantum particles, empty spaces. Okay. Okay, and then we go the mastery triad. Take charge, self-mastery, expertise. So self-mastery goes weak as this group. Okay, so no longer being a slave of lifetimes. Why is there a weakness? Emotional, psychic. Emotional to psychic, psychic to emotional. Other people, the ancestors. There's a way in which we want you all to be strong. You to your own body. You to fully be in your body and have no other energies, people, places, things, any spirits or whatever out of your body. Okay. Okay, self-mastery. Still some weakness there. Okay, now it's just infinite potential. So it's down to be 100%, now infinite potential. We're going to do all the sources, the reasons, the causes, out of the past, the future. And let's make sure the perception is still strong. Okay. And strengthen you for 100%, infinite potential. Okay, so there's a weakness to the inevitability of getting what you want, what you need, what you desire. A lot of weakness there. That's religion. So we're going to all the religious influences, all the lifetimes. There's a lot there. So make it all even, make it finite, make it one, contained, down to earth. Shrink it down. Read the heaviness. Heavy to light, serious to silly, big to little. And delete it. Oh, excuse me. All the way down to DNA. Forgive, forget. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Okay. Midline needs to go, you have to go back to strong again. Tensing, untensing, no effort, tense, untense. Okay, let's make sure this group is all synced up. Nervous systems, physical intelligence, higher selves, heart to heart, telepathic communication, and making sure there's no karma. So there's some indirect. This with the collective, cultural. It's from other lifetimes. Well, also was with the collective regarding the Yuen method and doing something that's different, that's actually solves problems, it's actually effective. Hmm. Okay, reset. Relationship. I'm going to make everyone even in your time zones, your cultures, languages, your areas, your neighborhoods, your experiences, some other things. Okay. Yeah, the reason why we spend a decent amount of time syncing everything up, because a group can either be really amazing and supportive, or it can totally weaken you if the energy is not in alignment. If you've ever noticed, you go into with a support group or any group situation, and you can feel weakened because the dynamics are not good. So we want to make sure this group, that even if you don't you put a question in, you don't put a question in, your question gets answered, doesn't get answered, that you are open to other people's questions, open, not open. So there's a little weakness there. Hearing your question, other people's questions. We want to get to the place where we go beyond ourselves. And that's on many levels. Part of why I do these group sessions is not just to tackle everybody's individual things, but the more we create this community here that we've got and we keep it strong, then one person's improvement is everybody's improvement. And this is not just some sort of kumbaya philosophical thing. It is how it actually works, because we are all connected, sometimes whether you like it or not. So you notice when, for example, when you keep members of your family strong, then you get stronger as well, especially through this technique. So whenever you're doing something to make improvement for others, you are going to feel that as well. So let's make sure this group is strong for that. And you are great. Everyone to receive this evenly, to feel the strengthening, that when other people's questions come up, that you feel the improvement as well. Feels good. Okay, good. How's everybody doing? Someone send me a message in the chat. Let me know. Okay, I'm going to start working on my list of requests. Okay. So I've got a request from Karen in Norway about harmony with children, with her children. Hi, Diane. Hello, Path 22 Water. I'm not sure I know you. Oh, not 22, Path 222. Thank you for being here. Okay, so Karen's question, harmony, children. Okay. Okay, children. Children in general, there's a weakness. I want to start this whole group here. Having children, not having children goes weak. Taking care of them, not taking care of them. Is it more being a child or being a mother? It's more being a child. So having children reminding you of being a child, or having children reminding you of being a child. Yeah, strengthen myself for speaking today. Okay, well, so what is that about? It's non-physical, it's mental. You to them to you, you to them to you, them to you. So let's just strengthen that, just like we did for the group, where we have sort of the circle and we make that circle strong, where you're syncing up with your children, nervous system to nervous system. That's definitely weak. Let's strengthen their nervous systems, their brains. Let's just try all the strengthening we just did here for the group, actually. Just pull it all together and apply it to everybody's, not just themselves, but their family, their friends, neighbors, co-workers, clients, spouses. Hey, Shelly. to their children, their descendants, their ancestors. Okay. Okay, so let's see, Karen, your nervous system to their nervous system, their nervous system, yours better. Your physical intelligence, their physical intelligence is weak. Strengthening that. Everybody's nervous systems to their physical intelligence to the nervous systems. Tensing, untensing the midline. Okay, your children, the higher selves, are not syncing up to their higher selves. So you've been relating from like this lower level, so to speak. So higher selves, highest good, highest experience, heart to heart. That goes weak. Telepathic. So you talking and not talking. We want to have strong telepathic communication in relationships because in some ways, the less we have to talk, actually, the better, because there can be a lot of charge around words. But we also want to be strong for speaking as well. But we want to have that telepathic communication. That's actually not just a mind thing. That's actually in the body. So telepathically connecting your nervous systems, physical intelligence, your structures, your systems, your organs, tissue, the cells, empty spaces, chromosomes, subcellular. Okay, and telepathic. That feels much stronger. Okay, let's look at karma. There's definitely karma with your children, as there is. So, one thing I just want to say about relationships, I meant to say a few things about this. Pretty much all relationships have karma. As you notice, I had to clear some karma just even with our group, right? That's okay. That's not a bad thing. We all come and tend to, if you buy into the notion of past lives, doesn't matter if you do or don't, but that we've come with things that we are here to do for each other or something like that. There's some sort of debt, and so we want to clear the debt. And I want to say something about that, which is in sort of the metaphysical, spiritual community or new age, whatever. We have this idea that we have these lessons that we have to do and we have to fulfill, and you don't. With this method, the karma is realizing that you don't have to keep having the karma. Within this, we can remove the karma within moments, which is what we're doing right now. Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Path 22. Sorry, I want to keep on saying path 22, 222. So let's remove that karma with you and your children. It's actually indirect. It's the ancestors. Ooh. Okay. So the ancestors, and then your family, and then your spouse. So let's clear all that karma. Some betrayal, some rejection, some punishment, loss. Just delete all that, all your structure, all your systems, organ, tissue, cells. Let's see, the sensations, emotions, reactions. And let's see all the sources, all the reasons, all the causes, all the past, all the future, the total accumulated effects. Has been beyond infinite effects. So let's delete all those infinite effects for Karen, your brains. The tail brain, missing tail brain, it is. And even the amygdala, all the nerves. The cells and empty spaces, the chromosomes, DNA, pattern programming. Okay. The sources, the reasons, the causes, all the past, all the future, total accumulated effects. Eliminate, free, release, forgive, forget unconditional. So forgiveness. Ooh. Okay, let's make sure everybody's really feeling this. Okay, let's move some false tools, lying, denying, numbing, suppressing. For still some suppression in the spirit. All suppression delete down to zero minus infinity. We don't want to suppress. We suppress and we can't feel. The sources, the reasons, causes, out of the past, out of the future. Resetting, reprogramming, restarting, and then strengthening everybody to open the exit portals on your arm, under your feet, your colon, genital, bladder, sacrum, opening them up to 100% infinite potential, moving everything down and out. Okay. You and your children, harmony, harmony, harmony. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next request there. Do you feel some improvement there, actually, Karen? Some still a little psychic. So let's strengthen you all to no longer connect psychically. Connect from physical intelligence. All the hooks, old habits, all the old patterns, personalities, behavior, and strengthening you all automatically. This continues to improve. Okay. All right. Now we're going to. Diana had a question here about relationship with a dental world. Oh, great. Good. Thank you. Okay. So, Diane, how is that feeling now compared to earlier today? Actually, I was working with another Yuen practitioner and we did a bunch of strengthening around that. So I just wanted to tune in and see if you felt some shifts when you think about, I'm going to just take all that strengthening we did. You're not alone about the relationship with the dental world because there's actually buttloads of karma for dentists because of there's a lot of financial karma behind what they do, and sort of from olden days, so to speak, there's a lot of pretty horrible experiences people have had. More calm. Okay, we'll just check in and see if there's anything left on that. Yeah, you're not alone on that one. That's been coming up a lot for many people, actually. I'm just look at your request again. Let's delete the petrified. It's in your spirit. It's a karma. It's indirect. The ancestors, the collective. It's cultural. And some others, other people. Meet the sources, the reasons, the causes out of the past, out of the future. Two are missing. Okay, let's strengthen you. There's a weakness to things being missing. Everything that's missing, everything that's not missing, that's found, not found, lost, not lost. You missing others, people missing you, people missing each other, everything that's you're missing. And that's collective. And religion again. Oh, whoops, I accidentally opened Zoom. Okay. Okay. Okay, how's that seem now, Diane? Let's reset to the midline. Okay. I'm gonna look at the next request. Better? Okay, good. That's a good question. Okay, there is something about fear. I'm just going to clear the fear. That's not just you, that's actually for everybody here. some fears, and about relationships. So let's clear relationship fears. Okay, so let's just back up a moment. So the group, everybody fears, let's see, your relationship with yourself or others? With yourself. So let's strengthen the group, your relationship with yourself. You to yourself, connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergizing, fitting in with yourself. It's in your mind. So removing the mind. You to yourself, deleting all blaming, all complaining, all worry, uncertainty, defending, and anything else, negative thinking about yourself, subconscious, non-conscious, of cells, empty spaces, chromosomes, subcellular. Whew. So why is there weakness for that? Okay, some miasms. So I'm going to clear the miasms that are affecting relationship with yourself from other lives. Some spells. So clear the spells. Delete that. Oh. Okay, delete the sources, the reasons, the causes, out of the past, out of the future. Clearing the future, the distant, the far distant. Okay, let's make sure it's clear any fragmentation, separation, disconnection. Oh, that's good. Okay, relationship fears. Let's all look now. Relationship with yourself, that's good. Relationship with others. So for this group, relationship with others on a general level. Deleting those, body, spirit, the spirit. Cells. Okay, and who is that? It's with the collective and culture. So it's more not quite the close relationships, but more the larger relationships like culture, um, the collective as a whole. So let's make all that even. Let's make all your relationships even. Your personal ones, your professional, and your professional and personal, and then all the personal ones and all the professional ones. Okay, now what's the weakness with the collective for this group? Some karma. So let's clear the karma with the collective, related to relationships, and being able to relate to yourself while you're still relating with others with the collective. Karma, it's indirect. It's the collective karma, family karma, co-workers even. Deleting all that karma down to zero minus infinity. Forgive, forget. Other lifetimes. I guess because of war and abuse and punishment, loss, and more. We're deleting all that. And having something to do also with religion and education. Okay, reset, reprogram, restart. Okay, now that was based off of Diane's question, but that was really working on everybody. So anybody feeling a shift after that? You feel more connected to yourself. So a relationship, one thing I want to say about relationships is the most important relationship is the one with yourself and with the higher source. When that is strong, it's much easier for you to relate to others. So in this technique, we always look first to make sure that relationship is strong. And it's not necessarily what we normally think about, like if you go to a therapist or it's like, oh, self-love. And not that you don't want to have those things strong, but it's really just connecting. It's more simple. You connecting with yourself, right? We want that to be good. Oh, good, grounded. And that's what we want. We want to feel that grounded fully into our bodies. So let's check physical intelligence, So physical existence goes a little weak for this group. Physical space, physical surroundings, your integrated computer, CNS computer. So let's strengthen all their computers to be even, be strong, to be connecting, communicate, coordinating, synergize, fitting in, working together. Okay. Yeah, that feels, I can feel the shift there. Okay. So Shelley had a question. This is a good one about communicating with people and not being misunderstood. Yeah. So let's look at that one. Difficult not to communicate with people, not be, it's a not. So I know it sounds strange, but she mentioned the word not twice. So it's the knots. So is it being knotted up or not? Just not weaknesses. Sounds like a strange thing, right? But this is how this method works. We feel for the weakness, and the weakness can be something that makes no sense on a logical, on a conventional way. But when you all submit your requests, I read them, and when I'm reading the requests, I look for what words are going weak. That tells me what the weakness is. So I'm always just feeling strong versus weak. What's the weakness? Let me find it, let me strengthen it, and then delete it and reset. Okay. So the knots, I think it's almost being like knotted up. In the spirit, the mind, things can be bound, being knotted, being like tangled is what I'm getting. Almost being wound up. And that's actually external. So your spirit, but it's external. And it's psychological, psychic, psychological. It's a collective. A little bit you, but it's more like maybe 20%, and the rest is outside. And it's more people's responding to you. Their spirits. Deleting their fears. I'm going to just download to you, strengthening that. Before you talk to people, you're strengthening yourself to be neutral. And even you are even with your energies, even with them, their energies, even with you. There's a weakness. So just strengthening before you talk to people, the energy is even, that you're clearing them just on a general level. You're strengthening and clearing all their energy. That is making them not fully balanced, center, stable. You don't have to know all the details necessarily, but you're just doing a general clearing of their minds. So just program all that to you and everybody here. Before you talk to people, sync up the energies. Before you talk, before you pick up your phone, before you write an email, your nervous system, their nervous system, yours, your physical intelligence, theirs. Because that's what happens is I'm glad we had this question, because this is leading in perfectly to for me to tell you or let you know that the best way to connect with people is not so much through the words, but through the telepathic computer to computer. So there may not be as much talking. That's okay. We want to do it from this physical intelligence space, which is computer to computer, instead of mind to mind. So let's clear for this whole group here. Delete the programming of connecting with people, mind to spirit, spirit to mind, mind to mind, spirit to spirit. Yeah, so we're going to delete all that out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind. So it kind of comes from the spirit first. It comes from the spirit first. So eliminate, free, release, forgive, forget, unconditional. All the cells, empty spaces, DNA subcellular. Okay, I don't know if you're still here, Shelly, but if that can tell me if you feel a shift with that. I'll just read that all again here. Being understood and not being understood. There we go. That's really the knots again. So all the knots, not being understood, not being accepted, not being heard, not being listened to. That's internal, the mind, non-physical, psychological, sensations, emotions, and reactions. So for you and them, was clearing when there's communication verbally, delete all sensations, delete all emotions and reactions. Too many emotions. So you to them to you. So some you to them. So let's delete that. Oh, well, there's an apprehension. There's a dread, an anticipation, apprehension that they're gonna react. Okay. So it's almost like you're it's like you're pre-reacting. So let's delete that. And then they react to your reaction. And yeah, there's just a lot of there's a lot of reactivity around us. So I find myself all day long strengthening, deleting sensations, emotions, and reactions. So let's clear all that. Why is there so much of that for you and just in general? With a lot of psychic, a lot of psychic um, in the present moment. The collective, family, spouse. So let's clear all those other influences. It's not fully coming from you. So just deleting all that. Brains, cord, meninges, all the nerves, the fluid, the organ, tissue, cells. Shell stirred up. Up. Okay. It's other lifetime now. Now it's external. The mind. Opening exit portals. Emotions, some more emotions. Some collective. Yourself. Other lifetimes. Okay, so it's other lifetimes. Okay, here we go. Other lifetimes of limitations where you weren't allowed to speak up or say what you had to say. Your words, your expression being limited. Let's clear that. The spirit, brain, nerves, the dendrites, neurotransmitters, glial cells, the tissues. I don't think you are the only one with this issue at all. It feels like this is everybody here. Delete the habits, the patterns, delete the programming, a lot of programs around that. And the overall weaknesses have been beyond infinite. Well, actually, what's coming up, I think we have, I don't want to assume, but I think we have predominantly women here. So women not being able to speak up and limited in their expression. So let's delete all of that across all time, all space, all dimension for all of us here and for all women. Oh, whoa. Down to 0, minus infinity, beyond 0, minus infinity. The spirit, the cells, empty spaces. DNA, subcellular. Whew. Clearing any habits, patterns, programming, any hooks, cords, ties, any sentiments, memories, remnants, remains, And anything else, leftovers, all the leftovers. There's like a few more million things, but we just hit a big one there. That's all together, down to zero, minus infinity. Protect, protection. Protected, not protected, neutral, protecting yourself, not protecting yourself, goes weak, protecting others, not protecting others, protecting you, not protecting you. So all those experiences for everybody. Oh, letting that all go. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive. A lot of forgiveness. You forgive yourself, you forgive others, people forgive you, people forgive each other, forgive themselves. Okay, all the sources, all the reasons, all the causes, all the past, all the future. Clear the future. The intermediate. Okay. Okay, how's that seem now, Shelley? Okay. Okay, I'm going to move on. Okay, so I've got a question. Self-forgiveness, an ability to forgive self. This is for Anu. Okay, I feel no weakness to that. So what's really the question? And is it related to relationships? Yes. Okay, relationship to yourself, relationship to others. Relationship to yourself. So external, the mind, non-physical, psychological. Okay, some psychological obsession that's not yours. This is a collective. So it's a collective. I almost get, not almost, I get something about the collective obsession about self-love, self-forgiveness, which is really what we call what is that? Is it going to be? Let's see here. It's misinformation. So it's misinformation from the collective and religion. So it's not as much. So here's more about relationship with self. It's not as much about self-love or self. It's not as much about self-love as it is acceptance with yourself and with everybody. Total unconditional acceptance. Because Dr. Yuen used to say, love. If you look at love, that's really tends to be more of an emotion, and we want to be emotionless as much as possible. So if we want to have a state of being rather than being in a state of love, we actually take it to another level and have the total unconditional acceptance of yourself, of others. That goes weak for this group. Okay, there we go. And so allowing that. Even that doesn't mean you have to like somebody or be their best friend. It just means you just accept and you're not fighting against what is. And that is again connects back to that neutrality where there's no charge. So let's clear what is making us all not 100%. Or why weren't we 100% in acceptance? A lot of psychic energies, other people. Okay, and it actually comes back to religion again. So the confusion in religion about love and forgiveness and blah, blah, blah. So, and there's a lot of thinking and mental thinking about that. So we'll just leave the mental thinking. So we don't, it's not about the mind, it's about all your whole nervous system, physical intelligence, connecting to total unconditional acceptance. There is a weakness for this group, so let's strengthen that. And delete the weaknesses down to zero minus infinity. all the sources, all the reasons, all the causes, all the past, all the future, total accumulated effect of this misinformation. And delete that. Okay. And I don't know if you're here, Anu. No, I don't think I saw her on here. Okay, if you're here, Anu, let me know if you feel a shift there. If not, then you can let me know afterward. Okay, and Raj, feeling like my person doesn't exist. Okay, I don't know if you're here, Raj. Okay, person goes weak. And also, did anybody feel any shift with the changing into total unconditional acceptance? Oh, you're there. Woohoo. Oh, good. Thank you, Anu. I like your emojis. Okay. Okay, I just forgot. What am I doing? I was working on Raj. Okay, so Raj's question about finding her person. Okay. So what's going on? So she's looking for a relationship. So let's apply anybody who is wanting to create a relationship. So again, we always want to get neutral. Having a relationship, not having. So that's strong. Being in a relationship, not being in a relation, not being in a relationship, a little bit of weakness. It's not 100% into potential. Well, again, we always want to be strong with ourselves. So feeling like she can't find her person. Something about person comes up. An internal. It's in her mind, non-physical. It's psychological. 3, which means overthinking, over-evaluating, over-guarding, over-defending, over-grieving, over-internalizing, over-anxious, overdone, over-stressed, over-taxed, no, overwhelmed. And then what comes up is, I'm feeling a flush here myself. Let's delete all that. Okay, some false tools. Some shutdown. Let's clear the shutdown. Me, you, and the whole group. Opening up. The triggers, issues, choices, sensations, emotions, and the reactions. The body, the spirit, the mind. Okay, clear some. There's some dark energy there too. Multiple personalities. In the body, the spirit, the mind. Okay, so clear the spirit of these energies. Make them even, make them one, contained, strong to them, separate from them, send them all out. Whew. Yeah, they're creating there's a lot of conflict. Whew. I need some water now. Okay. Out of the past, out of the future. Okay, more psychic. To you, from you, from you, from you. You to others to you. You to others. So something from you to others. Okay. Okay, so let it clear the psychic energy. There's something in your spirit that is putting energy out that is confusing the situation, your relationship with others, with attracting. So just clear that. Okay, whatever that is, make those all even. Make them even, make them one, contained, strong to them, separate from you, send them off. Other dimensions, universes, existence, time, places unknown, etc. Need the sources, need the reasons, the causes, out of the past, out of the future. There's some fears, so clear those fears. There's some deep fears there from others, collective. and family. So you have like these multiple personalities and these energies, and then that looks like it was coming from outside. It was in you, but it came into you from others. So leave these fears. I guess make you stronger to not getting sucked into the fears about relationship, because it's what happens is, again, neutral, 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 neutral. That's one of my Yuen people always reminds me: neutral, 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 body, mind, spirit. If we have attachment to something, we're blocking it from coming in. If we don't care that it happens, then it's open, right? When there's so just deleting that. And that goes for all of us, whether it's a relationship or anything you want to have, or just put everybody's same parallel thing that you're having some attachment to. It's got to be this way. Well, the minute it's got to be anything, then it won't be. Right? So let's spray all that woulda, shoulda, coulda, got to be attachment, those hooks, those cords, attachment. Yeah. Anything any of us are attached to. I'm going to go through, let's see here, health. It's a career, relationships, and even physical intelligence comes up. That's interesting. Okay. All that together and just delete that down to 0 minus infinity. There's some karma, some direct, indirect, partial, indirect. It's the collective, family. So part of it also what's happening. Let me just finish clearing this karma. Delete it down to 0 minus infinity. All the sensations, all the emotions, and all the reactions. This clear you from being caught up in the middle of all of it. And all of us, right? We have a neutral relationship. Okay, so let's see that karma of some isolation. So the isolation comes up. So being isolated. Okay, when all experiences of being isolated, other lifetimes, that's affecting being able to be with someone else. Ooh. And it's religion. Aha. Okay, is that more a monk or nun? Monk. Okay, let's clear all that for everybody here. I'm going to delete all those monk isolation lifetimes where I have to be up in the mountain and disconnected, clearing out all the body, all the spirit, all the mind, cleared out the brains, the spinal cord, meninges, nerves, cerebral spinal fluid, all the systems, all the cells, the quantum particles, genes, chromosome, DNA, subcellular. And I don't know if you're here, Raj. If you're here, let me know. If you're here and if you can feel any shift. Whew. All the sources, all the reasons, all the causes, all the past, all the future. Future doesn't go to the past, past into the future. Okay, let's see any hooks, cords, ties, any sentiments, all the sentiments. Almost like a sentiment about letting go of those lifetimes. Protect. Okay, back to protection again. We had a lot today of that. That's external. It's the mind. This lifetime. In the past. So clearing, overprotecting from past experiences. So some more fears. Let's make all the fears even. Cells, empty spaces, chromosomes, subcellular. Oh. Okay, let's see if there's anything, whatever else is left. Sources, the reasons. Oh, there's some more reasons. causes out of the past, out of the future, future into the past into the future, strengthen the future. And for all of us, the future be strongly separate, strongly independent, strongly neutral. So there's a weakness to independence. Independent from our old experiences, our old habits, our old patterns. So still kind of some degree holding to old patterns. So just deleting those out of the mind. Subconscious, non-conscious, conflict, controversy, contradictions of having it or not having those weak. So it triggering all the things of not having. Well, we want to not have the things we don't want. A lot of negatives there. Okay, well, we want to be strong to having what we do want. Getting what you want, not getting what you want goes weak. Getting what you desire, not getting your desire. Getting what you want, need, not need, desire, not desires. Okay. Sources, reasons, causes, past, future, and then the total accumulated effects for everyone. It's beyond infinite effects. Make all those effects even, make them one, contained, make them finite, make them down to earth. Big to little, heavy to light, serious to silly. Leave them down to zero, minus infinity. And what comes up for you on the group is control. Being controlled, not being controlled, being in control, not being in control, having control, not having control, neutral. And everything around that. That feels better. Okay, all of us to the improvement back to us. A little weakness there. Strengthen that. Put it to the midline. Strengthen the midline. Tense the midline. Untense it. Tense it. Untense it. Tense it. Untense it. Strength. Endurance. More flexibility in there. Speed. Speeding up the improvement. Getting the mind out. Internal boundaries needs to be stronger. Extra boundaries. Okay, how are we feeling? I got one more request from Michelle. Okay, relationship with the body. Feeling good about the body. I think that is a great one. So let's look here. Okay, body goes weak. So let's strengthen the body. It's not 100%. Is it you to your body you? The body to you. Okay, so we want to have the connection both ways. I don't know if you're here, Michelle. You can tell me how it's feeling. Body to you. So where is that coming from? Internal. Even though it's a body, it's the mind, subconscious, non-conscious. Thank you, Anu. Non-physical. Okay, it's psychic. What comes up is a lot of psychic energies wanting to interfere almost. Here's the thing. Here's why it's important to stay in our bodies. Sure. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I feel like there's more there. This is why it's so important to be in our bodies, because if we're not in our bodies, and I know for myself, us as energy workers, we can tend to flit in and out. So we want to keep making sure we are grounded, because when we are not in our bodies, other energies can enter in and interfere, and with our relationship with ourselves and our body. So let's clear those psychic energies. Yeah, I feel like there's some spirits, multiple personalities. There's a lot. Make those all even, one contained. Strong to them, separate from them, send them separate from you, send them off. Well, and I know that you just did a huge travel and move, and I feel like that's coming up. So let's clear anything you may have picked up. Is it from you where you were, the travel itself, or where you're now? It's more the travel. It's like things that got picked up along the way. That is another thing when we are traveling, um, we need to do extra grounding and protection and being strong to where we're going. Because sometimes it's even in the air, in the airplane. And it sounds strange, but we're up in the atmosphere and we're going through all this time and space. So let's clear you for that. Okay, then they're in your spirit. So clear them out of your spirit. Strong separate together. So body, mind, spirit, strong separate, strong together. So strong for the mind and spirit to not be in the body. Why are they weak to going separate? It's external, psychological. It's obsession from others, the collective, religion. Ah, okay. It's other lifetimes. So now it comes back to religion, other lifetimes, a lot of when people left their bodies. Okay, let's make sure here alive, this group here alive, not alive, dead, not dead, living, not living, dying, not dying. No, we're good for life and death. Is that more going in and out of the body? So let's clear some karmas around that. I almost get actually, what comes up is sacrifices. Well, let's clear that. It's collective, cultural, spouses, even from other lifetimes. A lot of emotions around that. Some separation. So separation from self, separation from God, separation from the body. So yeah, all those experiences. Bring all that together across all time, space, dimension, universes, existence, and delete that down to zero minus infinity out of the body, the spirit, the mind. Let's bring all yourself back into your body, your soul, higher source, higher self. So higher self coming back in. Sometimes we have to bring it back in again once we've cleared some things. So let's make sure the karma is fully deleted. Delete down to zero minus infinity, the sources, the reasons, causes, past, the future. Total accumulated effects. There we go. Total accumulated effects of the cells. So the cells coming back in. There we go. Reorganizing the cells. Empty spaces. Down to zero minus infinity. Okay, the memories, imprints, residuals. All sentiments. So some misinterpretation. Some emotions. Okay, let's clear some numbing. Some ancestors, collective. That's another thing, is there's so much numbing out that is prevalent in the collective, right? Numbing out is just it's a way we call false tools of numbing out what's going on and dealing with self, dealing with life. So we want to make sure we're not feeling affected by that. So deleting the sources, delete the reasons, delete the causes of the past, of the future, total accumulated effects, of the systems, cells, empty spaces, DNA, all the way down to zero minus infinity. Let's crank up the energy in the empty spaces. More fit, fast, strong, moving energy from the universe, and then close the energy spaces off to outside influences. Resetting, reprogramming, restarting. How does that seem now, Michelle? Lots of yawning. Yawning club. Okay, good. Yeah, good. Okay, and I know path 222, have to show my mom this. Okay, so I think I've got all the questions. Okay, we have time for one more quick one. If anybody has something, I'm going to just fill into the group. So relationships, looking at the whole life octagon here. Let's make sure all areas of life are evenly strong. Feels like it. So let's make sure the whole thing is 100%. Internal boundaries to external boundaries. That needs to be stronger. Internal dynamics. Let's make sure your internal fitness is super strong. There's some reasons with that. Cells. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Excellent. So balance, center, stable. That feels good. I don't feel like there's anything else relationship wise. Pressure in the head. Okay. We're going to give that about 2 minutes here. So pressure. So we're going to feel into that pressure in the head. So no weakness to the head, but pressure. So pressure, non-physical, emotional, psychic. Is it emotional to psychic or psychic to emotional? Psychic to emotional. Inside of you, outside, it's inside. The mind, subconscious, non-physical, and then psychological. Okay, so some repetitive thinking about health and relationships. Okay, limitations. You limiting yourself, you limiting other people, limiting you. So limitations from others. This lifetime, the present. You'd think it would be the past. It's actually the present. Okay, clear the fears. Other people, collective, and yourself. Delete the sources, delete the reasons, delete the causes. Out of the past, out of the future. Okay. Internal boundaries, external boundaries, external boundaries, internal boundaries, internal dynamics, external dynamics. Karma, indirect, partial and direct, ancestors, family. Delete all those karmas, even curses from other lifetimes, about money, about fitness. Is that physical fitness or fitting in physical fitness weaknesses? And your structure and your systems, your organs, your tissue, your cells, quantum particles, empty spaces, chromosomes, subcellular. Resetting, reprogramming, restarting, thinking about it, not thinking about it, worrying about it, not worrying about it, talking, not talking. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then let's open up and clear the numbing. in your mind. You got to get your mind out of your body, of the brain. Saying that for everybody here. So for this group, is the mind more in the brain, the nerves, or the spine? In the brain. So let's crank it. Gather up all the mental influences, make them even, make them finite, contained, make them one. Strong to them, separate from them, separate from you, and delete them out to other dimensions, universes, existence, time, place, places unknown, black hole, wormhole, dark energy, dark matter. Delete the sources, delete the reasons, delete the causes, out of the past, out of the future. Future does not go to the past, past does not go to the future. Strengthening the future to 100%. Infinite potential, 100% of the time. There's some resistance, delete the rejection, reverse perception. Allowing, acknowledging, accepting, feeling, perceiving. So some weakness to feeling. Some uncertainty. Getting better, not getting better, getting worse, not getting worse, neutral. Bothered, not bothered, affected, not affected, neutral. All this out of the past, deleting it down to 0 minus infinity. And then mental thinking. And strong to be in this time, this space, this dimension, new self, true self, letting go of the old self. Able, willing, this unwilling. Okay, so willing, ready, commitment, expectant, imagination to reality on the spot. So speeding all that up, delete all that slowness. All the tissues. Okay, and strengthen the sacrum, the coccyx, the tail, underarm, hands and fingers, feet and toes, colon, genital bladder, sacrum. Resetting. Okay, and everything else. There's something else. And let it automatically continue. Reset, reprogram, restart. How does that seem now with the head? Part of the pressure in the head is there's not enough action in the coccyx. Tensing, untensing. Too much. It's too much. It's like too much tension and not enough tension. So I got to even that out. All the ligaments. More action in the spine. Okay, all this to the midline. Tense, untense, and midline. Okay. Okay, how's everybody doing now? Were the memories, imprints, residuals, some residuals, remnants, remains. Okay, everyone to the improvement to everyone. Okay, good. Excellent. Now let's make sure we're all strong to go into whatever you're doing next after this. This improvement goes to your home, to feng shui. So say home, business, school, everywhere you go, everything you do, everyone you're with, everyone you're with. Okay, I'm going to lighten up, loosen up, let go. Good, great. Thank you, Anu. Ease, joy, grace. We all have fun. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for being here. A couple things I just want to say. First of all, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Great to have you. Oh, sure. Yes. Path 222. Yes. Here, let me send you. You may already have it, but I'm just going to give you my website. See if I can spell my name. Let's get in touch and yeah. Or if you want to send me your email too, then I can reach out to you. I just want to say a couple of things. Tired and calm. Okay. We want to do like the tired. We don't want to be tired. We want to be tired, non-physical, mental, emotional, psychic. That's others. That's collective. Okay, just deleting that and more. Untensing that midline. So a couple of announcements or things I just want to let you all know. I first just want to thank all the group that has been doing my Yuen Method fundamentals class. It has been so much fun for me. It seems like it's been fun for you too. Really appreciate having you all in there. It has been so much fun that I've decided that I'm going to do another Yuen Method fundamentals class in June, probably the third week of June. I'm going to do it not on a weekend because I need to free up my weekends again. So probably during the week, most likely maybe a Monday or maybe a Tuesday, something like that. Possibly in the evening. I want to be able to make it accessible for those who are in different time zones, because I know last time it was a little tricky for those who are in Singapore or in Australia, that kind of thing. Yes, I do teach a Yuen Method. So I'm going to be teaching another class on how to do the Yuen Method. And I'm going to do it. It'll be a fundamentals class, which really is one of the main intentions of this is that I know there's been a lot of people out there that in the past, before he passed away, bought some of Dr. Yuen's online programs. And it could be tricky for some people to sometimes get it with just learning it that way. What happens in this class is we really break down what the process is to do the strengthening and deleting. Like, what is it that I'm doing here? And that's the intention, is to learn that. 3 hours ahead of me. Oh, okay. So you must be on the East Coast, I take it. Okay, great. So looking to find a great time. So I would really ask you all to get in touch with me, because I want to get a sense of who's interested and do my best. Now, I can't always please everybody, but do my best to formulate the timing of the class based on who is committed to going. And for those of you who are in the current class, I'm even going to do an offer where if you want to repeat it again, you can do so at half price. Because the more that you engage with this and the more you experience this method, the more you get it and the faster you improve, and the more that you break down the process and have the experience of learning it, the faster it will get. That was my experience, and that's generally the experience of most people that learn the Yuen Method. So, so definitely